Hello and welcome to my channel. My name is Rachel. If this is your first time here, welcome. And if it's not your first time here, thanks for coming back. I am going to do a tag video, and this is the Makeup Declutter Tag. I'm going to be answering some questions about some makeup in my collection, about things that possibly can be decluttered. I am going to declutter some of these, but some of them I'm going to save for a future declutter. So I'm not actually going to declutter everything I talk about today, but I love an excuse to be able to just talk about makeup. So that's why we're doing it. The creator of this tag is Ava Marie. I will link her channel and her video down below, and I've seen several creators do this recently, so I thought it would be fun. If you do enjoy tag videos, please give this a thumbs up and consider subscribing before you leave. I am going to write all the questions down below in the description box. If you are interested in either answering them in the comments, or if you are a creator yourself and you want to do this tag, check the description box. Okay, the first question is, what is a makeup item that's impractical? So the first one, in my opinion, in my collection right now, it is the Essence Brow Styling Soap Set. I have a lot of Essence products in this video, and don't get me wrong, I love Essence as a brand. They have some bangers. When they do it right, they do it right, but sometimes they miss it. This is a fine product, okay? It's not the most terrible product I've ever used in my entire life. It is a brow wax that you're supposed to spray like a setting spray or water into the compact. You use the little spoolie, you work it in, and then you work it into the brows. Now, I am okay with something like this if it actually really holds my brows and does something miraculous that I can't get from a brow gel. But it's just okay. So I don't feel like it's practical for me to take the extra steps of getting a setting spray, making sure I don't lose this little thing, which if it falls out, God forbid that, I'm in trouble. Doing this, cleaning off the spoolie. I mean, I just don't think it's super practical for what I like in a brow product. Like, I want something that's gonna glue my brows so they don't move. And this just has kind of medium hold, not enough for me to really want to reach for it. I will declutter this at some point. I am gonna keep it around a little longer, but I will declutter at some point. So the next question is, what is a mascara that's definitely expired? This pains me. This pains me to talk about because this lash primer has been discontinued. It has been my holy grail lash primer for years. It is the only thing that saves my lashes and makes them look halfway decent with mascara on. It is the Marc Jacobs Velvet Primer. And I bought a bunch of backups when they were going out of business. This is my last backup, and it's expired. I've been using it till the very last drop, but it's getting really clumpy. I'm really sad. I don't know what I'm gonna do. Do you have any suggestions for lash primers that in particular have an hourglass shaped wand? That is really what changed the game for me with this one, because it really pushes my lashes up and helps hold a curl for me while adding volume. I really feel like the shape of the wand makes a difference with this one. I've tried other lash primers that have a different shape wand and they just don't really work as well for me. So this one is going to the makeup graveyard. We had some good times. I'll miss you, buddy. Okay, the next question is, what is a red lipstick you never wear? I rarely wear red lipstick in general, to be quite honest with you. And at the end, actually, the beginning of this year, I did like a lip product declutter. So I really feel good about my lip products right now. Like, I've decluttered a lot of my lip products, bared the collection down. But I will say, I did recently do a ColourPop mystery box unboxing, and I got a ColourPop Fresh Kiss lip lacquer. And this one I have not used since that video, and I've put it at my desk to force myself to test this out so that I can review it in a speed reviews at some point, but I just do not ever want to reach for this. And I think it's because with a color like this, I really prefer something that is not going to move around, like either a liquid lipstick that's matte, that dries down, or even a bullet lipstick that is matte, that at least stays in place somewhat. But this is just straight up, almost like a very, very, very pigmented gloss. That's the kind of vibe, and I'm scared. I'm scared to wear this out in public. If I need to drink something or eat something, it's going everywhere. I just know it. So that's why I really haven't worn this. But I'm gonna try to force myself to wear it, maybe just for filming purposes. All right, what is a high-end item not worth the money? I've mentioned this before on my channel, but I had to bring it back. This is the NARS Orgasm Blush. I really don't get the hype on this blush, and it is quite pricey. I mean, this is a mini version, but the regular version is quite pricey. I really feel like it is straight up just gold glitter. There's not a lot of actual pigment. Like, you can't see it, can you? Ooh. See, that's why I'm scared to use that lipstick. I'm literally like digging my finger in here, which I wouldn't be doing with a brush, and rubbing it on my hand, and there's literally nothing on my hand besides gold glitter. I don't think it's worth the price, and especially now, since this came out however many years ago, I feel like there's so many more blushes that are way, way better than this at a much lower price point. That's just my opinion though.
That's my opinion!
If you love it, I'm happy for you. Okay, the next question is, what is a drugstore dud in your collection? So, honestly, this is another one that I have been testing recently, but I stopped using it, and I'll tell you why. So this is the Essence Fix and Last Makeup Gripping Jelly Primer. So first of all, I don't really feel like this is sticky or gripping at all. It just feels like a straight up hydrating primer, which is fine. That has its time and place. I just don't know why they're marketing it as a gripping primer, because it ain't gripping anything. But I tell you what it is doing. It is breaking me out. I've worn this a handful of times, and I noticed immediately the next day I had major breakouts on my face, and the only thing I was changing kind of in my complexion was this. So I immediately stopped using it, and I haven't had a breakout since. So this is the culprit. I wouldn't suggest it if you have sensitive skin or if you're prone to breakouts. It's just not a good primer in my opinion, and it is a dud. The next question is, what is an eyeshadow palette you forgot you had? Now, this question was interesting for me because I don't forget about any of my eyeshadow palettes. I am one of those weird people who, like, at night, I come into my office and I go through my palettes and I swatch them and I look at them. Is anybody else like that? Please, somebody out there tell me you are like that so I don't feel alone. So I know every single palette that's in my collection because I am like a palette parent. Like, they're all my children. But I kind of took this in the direction of, what's an eyeshadow palette that I literally have not used in forever and ever and ever, and I never think to reach for it? And that for me would be the Profusion Nude palette. You've probably never heard of it, right? Right, because it was a holiday release, I believe in the year 2019, if not 2018. It could even be 2018. This palette is fine. I think I bought it whenever it released, and I used it maybe 3 times, maybe 2 times, and I have not used it since, not once. So it is probably going to be decluttered. I think I am going to do a eyeshadow palette declutter at the end of the year, which isn't too far away, let's be honest. And so I think I will probably declutter it at that point, but yeah, I never think about this one. I never seem to use it. I never really want to use it. So yeah, kind of forget about it. All right, the next question is, what is the foundation that's not your shade match? Once again, I recently did do a foundation declutter, so I think I kind of cleared out most of my foundations that don't work for me, but the ones that are remaining, I do feel like this one doesn't match me, and I don't know why I keep it around. Also because I did buy this many years ago. I haven't used it in many years. My skin has gone definitely more in the direction of oily, and this is very luminous. It's the Misha, let me tell you what it is. It is the Perfect Cover BB Cream by Misha. So this is the color, look at the color of this. It is like straight up gray. It is straight up gray. It's very, very cool, neutral, and it does not match me. It does not match me, even when I'm super fair. It's too gray toned for me. So I definitely think I will be decluttering this. I don't know why I didn't just recently declutter it. I'm gonna declutter it right now. I'm gonna declutter it right now. Oh, in case you're wondering, I have the shade number 23 Natural Beige. Okay, the next question is, what is a product that wasn't worth the hype? I have talked about this in one of my speed review videos, and people love this product. It's all over TikTok. It's all over, you know, the internets. And I just didn't like it. What else can I say? I didn't like it. This is the Flower Beauty Spotlight Liquid Highlighter. I have mine in the shade Opal. I'm not really a liquid highlighter person. Let's start off by saying that. I'm not a liquid highlighter. Ooh, shoot, a lot of product just came out. Okay. And this one, I had a really hard time blending out on my skin to make it look not really stripy or really like glittery. It's very, very thick. I don't know if you can see it right there. There you go. It's really thick. If I have a liquid highlighter, I don't want to put a lot of product on because then it looks really heavy. But in order for me to put this on lightly, it got really patchy. It dried down really fast that I wasn't able to blend it enough to make it look seamless and smooth. I just really don't think it looked natural at all. And so I will eventually definitely be decluttering this one. It just didn't work for me. Next question is, what is a concealer you couldn't make work? This one I have already decluttered because again, I did recently do a concealer declutter and all the ones I have right now actually are fine. But the one I could not make work is the one from Essence. Sorry, Essence. Like they're watching this video, they're not. So I believe it's called their Matte Plus concealer, something like that. It was just not a good concealer. It's not anything I would recommend to anybody. It had like medium coverage, but it was very, very thin and very liquidy, and it looked really dry under the eyes, like really dry. It was the weirdest consistency. I like a matte concealer. Like I love the Tarte Shape Tape concealer, but that one was just way too dry for me. So that's saying something. And it really didn't provide enough coverage for what I like. I have very dark under eyes, so I want a full coverage concealer, and it just wasn't doing it for me. Couldn't make it work. Couldn't mix it. It just was not. It was just not. It was not happening for me. And the last question is, if you had to start one makeup category from scratch, what would it be? And I think if I had done this tag 6 months ago or a year ago, I would definitely have said lip products, like a lot of people are saying in their videos. But I did recently, like I already just said, I cleared out a lot of my lip products. But I think one that I actually am going to start from scratch when I do all my declutters at the end of the year is powders. I have so many powders that I literally have not used in years. And I'm the type of person, when I find a powder that works, I use that powder till it's gone. And it takes a long time to go through like a loose powder, you know what I mean? And I have so many loose powders, like all of these powders, that I won't use them. I just won't use most of these powders. So I definitely think that I am going to like keep a couple and declutter the rest once the decluttering season, if you will, comes about. All right, and that is it for this makeup declutter tag. I hope you enjoyed it. Leave me a comment down below letting me know any of your thoughts on my answers, or if you want to answer any of the questions, like I said, they will be down in the description box below. I will be linking Ava Marie as well as her video down in the description box. And if you are interested in the makeup on my face, I am going to link that down in the description box, as well as the Get Ready With Me that I filmed doing this look. I will also link that down below. Everything's linked in the description box, okay? That's what we're getting out of this. If you did enjoy this video, please give it a thumbs up. That helps me out a lot when you do that. And if you're not already subscribed to my channel, I would love for you to subscribe before you leave. I do upload videos weekly, both beauty and fashion videos, and I would love to see you back on my channel again. I want to thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next time. Bye.